Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So, I made another video earlier today, and that was actually regarding the blood spec on the Death Knight. So, I've been experimenting a hell of a lot regarding frost, and I actually managed to get a hold of my swords that I actually used to have on my mage, and as you can see, they are actually... It looks like Titan Grip, but it's not. It's like a fake Titan Grip for Death Knights. It is also a quite fancy looking sword. So, without further ado, let us dig into the Frost Death Knight. So, as you can see here, you still have your Obliterate, you have Frost Strike, Howling Blast, Remorseless Winter, Killing Machine and Rime. As you can see, there is no Icy Touch. Icy Touch has actually been removed from the game. And this is actually something that a lot of people will probably go like, oh, what the fuck? But to be honest, you really don't need it. However, Obliterate is now the basic melee attack for Frost Death Knights, while you still have your Frost Strike, which is your new waste runic power on it. Howling Blast, it doesn't need any introduction, it places Frost Fever on the targets, and then of course you will do AoE damage. Remorseless Winter is an area of attack effect, and it slows the nearby enemies as they take damage. Killing Machine, it's a passive, it provides you with a critical strike chance on Obliterate, or in my case also on Frost Scythe. And then we have Rime. If we dig into the talents, I have this one, Shattering Strikes. If there are 5 stacks of Razor Eyes on the target, Frost Strike will consume them and deal 50% additional damage. That one is definitely needed if you want to deal massive damage using the Obliterate and the Frost Scythe. You have Icy Talons, which Frost Strike, it will actually grant you melee attack speed by 10% for 6 seconds, and then of course you can actually stack it up to 3 times. I tried it and I actually found it to be quite useless, to be honest. Then we have Murderous Efficiency. Consuming a Killing Machine effect has a 50% chance to cause you to gain 1 free rune, so this is kind of like the previous Blood Tap, the Runic Generation, and I actually forgot the last name of the third one, but that's pretty much it. Then we have Freezing Fog, Howling Blast, and Frost Fever has a deal 50% more damage. It is really good for damaging. Then we have Frozen Pulse. While you have no runes, your auto attacks will irradiate intensive cold, inflicting 5,300 frost damage to all nearby enemies. You have the Horn of Winter, you blow in it, and then you gain 1 rune and generate 5 runic power. Ice Cap, your Frost Strike, Frost Scythe and Obliterate critical strikes reduces the remaining cooldown of Pillar of Frost. Now that is actually quite good, but I'm not using it, and you will see why. Hungering Rune empowers your rune weapon, gaining 1 rune and 5 runic power instantly and every 1.5 seconds for 9 seconds. Avalanche, while Pillar of Frost is activated, your melee critical strikes cause jagged icicles to fall on your nearby enemies, dealing 7,403 damage. So it is AoE based, and it is actually really good if you're only on 1 enemy, because then it will only hit 1 enemy, dealing massive damage. Abomination's Might. Obliterate critical strikes has a chance to drive lesser enemies to the ground, stunning them for 2 seconds. Players are dazed for 5 seconds instead. This is actually a really good one. Then we have Blinding Sleet. It is pretty much a cone that you shoot ice straight forward, and it will disorientate the target for 4 seconds. Winter is coming. Enemies struck 5 times by Remorseless Winter while your Pillar of Frost is active are stunned for 4 seconds. Kinda crap. Volatile Shielding. Your anti-magic shell turns your enemy's pathetic magic attacks against them, absorbing 35% more damage, but generating no runic power. When it expires, 25% of all damage absorbed is dealt as arcane damage divided amongst nearby enemies. This one is actually quite good. Permafrost. When you deal damage with auto attacks, you gain absorb shield equal to 30% of the damage dealt. Really good in a raid. White Walker. You take 20% reduced damage while Wraithwalk is active. When you enter or leave Wraithwalk, all nearby enemies are slowed by 50% for 3 seconds. Frost Scythe, my favorite. A sweeping attack that strikes all enemies in front of you for 5,520 frost damage. This increases with mastery. This attack benefits from Killing Machine. Critical strikes with Frost Scythe deal 4 times the normal damage. Runic Attenuation or something like that. Auto attacks generate 1 runic power. Gathering Storm. Each rune spent during Remorseless Winter increases its damage by 10 and extends it by half a second. Obliteration. For the next 8 seconds, every Frost Strike hit triggers Killing Machine, and Obliterate costs 1 less rune. Breath of Syndragosa. No need to talk about that. Glacial Advance summons glacial spikes to the ground that will advance forward, each dealing 27,000 frost damage, and yeah, it will also erupt. It is really good, so allow me to demonstrate it. That's how it looks. So let's dig in. Oh yeah. This is Frost Death Knight. I really love the animations on the Frost Scythe. I mean, they look absolutely amazing. You can even see scythes coming out when you use it, as you saw right there. That is amazing. And that Remorseless Winter actually deals damage and slows the enemies. Frost Fever, of course, everyone is aware of that, and Razor Eyes as well. I'm really sorry though that I do not have any particular damage mod or add-on, but it's because this is public test and I don't really want to mod it. But as you can see, the damage that you deal is immense. Oh my god! Time to test them out. Oh crap. Apparently not. Okay, apparently there is a Dreadlord somewhere that actually made me an ally. And I don't not want to stick around for that. So, with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this small video on Frost Death Knights. And hopefully it will give you a guidance on what to actually do with your Frost Death Knight. So, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, like, share, do whatever you want, and comment on the video if you do have anything to say. So, thank you very much for watching. My name is Deus, and you're watching Deus Gaming. Bye bye.